Hi, everyone. This is Carolyn from the Louisville Center for Spiritual Living. On Sunday, we talked about and used an acronym for a talk, FATHER, each letter standing for a different word. And I kind of laughed with the congregation because they thought I was going to talk about father, and I was going to think about this other. Dr. David Sears in Southern California wrote this little book called A Year of Weeks. And then he created an acronym so that a person could focus on one particular aspect, and they would have a quick and easy little thing to remember it by during the week as they worked on it. So when I was at a minister's conference, he had the books for sale. And some of us standing around were like, okay, we can get talk titles for Sunday morning from this. And so that's what that is. That's where it came from. And Father is translated by him or expressed by him as forgiving all thoughts harboring emotional resentment. Forgiving all thoughts harboring emotional resentment. What kind of a thought is that? It's anger, it's pain, it's judgment, it's all sorts of things. And until we can come to the point where we let that go, then we're not going to be locked into what's happening in our lives right now. Because we've blocked off a lot of our energy when we block it off in resentment, in unforgiveness, and frustration, and those sorts of things. So this is about letting that go. Forgiveness is talked about in all sorts of different ways, but it is very important to think about it and know it. Sometimes what you would need to forgive is very obvious. Sometimes it's not so obvious, but it starts with you. What is it about you that you need to forgive yourself for? It could be that I harbor a lot of resentment. Well, that could be something it's time for me to let go of and to move on. And so we really talked about that forgiveness. How do you do it, and how does it change your life? Forgiveness is just a choice. It's not a feeling. It's just a choice to say, okay, I'm not going to resent that anymore. I'm not going to blame that person or that group or whatever. I'm going to let that go. So if you had a person in your life, and most of us do, who hurt you at some time, then to just say, okay, that's their stuff, not my stuff. And I don't have to understand where they're coming from. I don't have to take it in and try to fix it. It's just there. And I can let it roll off my back like water off of a duck. And I can move on to something else. As long as we are trying to fix other people, we won't let go of resentment. But we have to come to a place where we understand that each person is on their own journey, and it is not ours to judge that journey. It is ours to support them if we choose to, or just to keep out of their way, or if they ask for help, to give that help. So in those weeks to come, think about what it is that you need to forgive. A lot of times it is all wrapped up in yourself, and then you can go to the things outside of yourself, this person, that person, whatever. I know that it's not always easy, and it takes a lot of years. It wasn't until the last few years that I had forgiven a lady who hurt my feelings. I was 20 years old when she hurt my feelings. And that's a long, long time ago. And I had to let it go. And when I did, and I realized that she was speaking from her own pain and her own fear, and really it did not have anything to do with me, then I could just let it go and bless her and be done with it. I'm sorry to say it took me all those years to do that. But you start where you are. If you have a lot of resentments, then take one at a time and work your way through it. Sometimes it helps to consider how they might have been feeling when they did or said whatever they did, because most of us act out of fear, and we strike out at other people that way. Excuse me. So Forgive all thoughts harboring emotional resentment. Emotional resentment is a lot of energy that you give away when you hold that. And when you get that back, then you have the energy to do more of what you want to do and the freedom to do more than you thought you could. Next Sunday, we're going to talk about the mystery. And been kind of having fun getting that talk prepared. Somebody else chose the title, and it's been a lot of fun trying to figure out, well, what is the mystery? What's the question to begin with? And then what do we talk about? What is it that we need to understand about the mystery? So that's going to be next Sunday. In 2 weeks, we're going to have Reverend Carolyn. She is a United Minister, and she is now living in Lexington, but she's going to come back and share with us on Sunday, on the 30th. And I hope that each of you will consider coming and hearing her speak. She's very popular and does a really good job. And the third Sunday is July the 7th, and it will be our social Sunday where we bring food and share it. It will be Tilly, where we bring things and pass them along to other people. And we have a workshop afterwards that Vicki Jeter will be leading. And she's going to be talking about the energy between release and acceptance. I don't have her title right in front of me. But anyway, she's giving that as a result of a talk that she gave on a Sunday morning. And people said, we want more. We want to understand this more. So she's going to be giving that workshop from 12:30 to 2:30 on that Sunday, July the 7th. So there's lots of opportunities, and we hope that you will show up one of these days so we can say hello. Now, have a good week. Enjoy all of it. See God in places you never expected to see it, and smile. Thank you.